There are thousands of deals on beauty products this holiday season. Thousands. Honestly, probably hundreds of thousands, really. So it is beyond overwhelming and time consuming to dig through everything to try to find the deals on products that are actually good and therefore actually worth your purchase. So I've done it all for you. And I put it in a spreadsheet and I organized it by category, and then I organized the categories by subcategory. I have tabs by retailers. I have the discount shown. I went a little overboard with this one. But in spending the past week or so on and off searching through all of the deals that are already posted ahead of time online, I just got this overwhelming urge to streamline everything for you guys. I was like, if beauty is my career and I'm feeling overwhelmed by this, I can't imagine how just like an everyday consumer would feel trying to dig through all of this. Like, it's just too much. So in today's video, I'm going to share the Amazon Black Friday beauty deals on products that I actually love, and again, I think are actually worth the purchase, and the best beauty gift sets at Ulta, Sephora, and Target. And I'm also going to be using this video as kind of like a digital bookmark because I will be updating that spreadsheet in real time as more and more brands announce the deals and sales that they're having, because not all of them do that far in advance. So in that spreadsheet, you'll see that in addition to all of the tabs that I have for everything that I just mentioned that we will cover in this video, I'm also going to add a separate tab for deals by brand, again, that I will update in real time as they are announced. My goal in doing that and in posting this video is absolutely not to make you feel like you need to run out and buy everything that's on sale as fast as you can. That is never my message, but rather to help give you a detailed, organized overview of all of the deals that are out there on the best products only, because you guys know I'm picky as hell. And to be honest, there was so much junk that I sifted through. I couldn't believe my eyes. In order to help you to make an informed purchasing decision on what is actually worth your money, if anything at all. So without further ado, here is my 2025 holiday beauty deal rundown. So my first gift set recommendation is the OGX Abby Young Favorites Bundle. This just like happening period obviously means so much to me, but there are two reasons in particular why it's extra special and extra meaningful. The first being that I started recommending OGX products, and this coconut miracle oil in particular, years before they even knew I existed. If you're an OG viewer, you know. So when they came to me and asked if I wanted to create a curated bundle of my favorite products from them for the holiday season, I was so excited. Like, when I first discovered that oil and decided to use it as a pre-shampoo oil and then started recommending it and raving about it, I never thought that all of that would lead to this. And the second reason why this is just so surreal and special and crazy to me is because 4 years ago, I worked at Target. For those of you that are newer viewers and don't know my backstory, I actually started my content creation journey while working at Target full-time. It was just something I was doing on the side, not even as a side hustle, because I was not thinking about it as like, ooh, maybe a potential money-making thing. I did not think I would ever make $1 off of doing this. It was just something I was doing as a creative outlet for a lot of the passions that I had that I wasn't able to kind of like talk about or do anything with at work. But then things started to grow, and I got to this point where 5 years into my career at Target, I had to make the really tough decision to leave to pursue content creation full time, because that was my ultimate passion. And when I think about that girl who put in her 2 weeks at Target, she never in 100 million years would have believed that 4 years after that, this would be sitting on the shelves in that same store. Like, it's so surreal. I'm honestly still having a hard time wrapping my brain around it. I feel like I'm just like waiting for it to click, and it hasn't yet. Like, I can't comprehend this. If I'm being totally honest, I'm just like, this wasn't supposed to happen to me. Like, that's how I feel, but I'm obviously incredibly grateful that it has, and I just want to say thank you, because this obviously would have never happened without you guys and your love and support. And I feel so incredibly grateful for this community that we've built over here. It's just, I'll never find the words to describe how much this community means to me. So to have that kind of like result in this, it's just the most surreal, again, special, meaningful, crazy full circle moment of my entire life. So the OGX Abby Young Favorites Bundle, So I have another one here that I opened. Comes with 3 full-size products, including the coconut miracle oil that I love using as a pre-shampoo oil treatment, but that can also be used post-wash as a nice leave-in oil. The Bond Protein Repair Heat Protect Spray, which I was immediately impressed by, not only because of the actual formula and how it made my hair feel, but also because of this nozzle and how evenly and widely and perfectly it disperses, distributes, and applies product. Like, I made an entire short form video talking just about that and how this has really set a new standard for me in the hair industry when it comes to what I expect from a leave-in spray. And finally, the 1-minute treatment mask, which I have talked about here in a couple different videos, but the one that comes to mind is my favorite hair mask and hair gloss video. I'll link that video below if you haven't seen that yet, but I talked about the fact that this kind of filled a gap for me at the drugstore when it came to the hair masks that were available. It's just perfectly thick and creamy and perfectly conditioning for my hair. So those are the 3 products that I picked that again come in full-size bottles at a 30% savings in this bundle, and it's available at Target both in stores and online. Moving on, we are obviously going to talk about everything else in this video much more quickly than that. So the next gift set at Target that I wanted to recommend is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Holiday Bundle. So this is a bundle of the 5 limited edition scents that they launched for the holiday, and I actually have all 5 right here. They're so cute. The scents are Pink Bubbly, Pomegranate Spritz, Mistletoe Mint, Sugar Cookie, and Marshmallow Kiss. It should come as a surprise to no one that my top 2 favorites are Sugar Cookie and Marshmallow Kiss. Marshmallow Kiss is actually my number 1. This I need to be made permanent. It smells so good. There are 2 different packs of Hero Cosmetics patches. So the first one has a set of their original patches, their invisible and mini invisible. I actually was wearing the mini invisible last week. I had a spot that was like daring to turn into a breakout, and thank God it did not. But the mini invisible patch is perfect if you want to be out in public because it's very discreet. And then the other pack that they have includes the original, the invisible, and surface patches. And even if this wasn't a gift set that you were going to gift to somebody else for the holidays, I feel like I always purchase these when they go on sale, so that's why I included them in this list. And then the last 2 gift sets from Target are both for lip products. So the first is the e.l.f. lip oil gift set. As a lip oil that you would hope to be super nourishing and longer lasting, I don't find e.l.f. to be that impressive. What I think it is really good at is being a high shine lip gloss. They recently launched a bunch of new shades and 4 of them are featured in this kit. I actually think that I'm going to purchase this because I want to test out all of these new shades. They just look super cute. I especially fell in love with their newer glittery shimmery finish lip oil. I think that they launched that about a year ago. Again, not because it's super nourishing, but just because it looks so pretty. I love the finish. So I'm super excited to try out these new shades. And again, as long as you're not expecting this to be like the most insanely conditioning, moisturizing lip oil of all time, you more so want it for a gloss, then I think that it would be something worth looking into. Last is the Naturium The Viral Lip Trio Kit, which has 3 of their Phytoglow lip balms. One is the clear transparent version, and then they have 2 shades. The first is Petal, which is a gorgeous pink, and the second is Jam, which is more of like a purpley mauve. This is one of my all-time favorite lip balms, and the 2 shades that they chose are 2 of my personal favorites. So I love that they did that with a clear version. Like, to me, this is a perfect lip trio. Jumping over to Sephora gift sets next. First is the K18 Healthy Volume Minis hair gift set. This comes with mini versions of their leave-in molecular repair hair mask and Astrolift volume spray. Both of these are personal favorites of mine, and I actually really like that you have the option to get the volume spray in a mini here because it's not the kind of volume spray that's going to be for everybody. It doesn't give you like max va-va-voom volume. It's meant to be subtler and softer, so I think it's a good idea to be able to test that out in a smaller format before you commit to the full size. I love it though. Then we have the Amika Inner Strength Repair Routine hair gift set, which comes with a full-size shampoo and conditioner from the Cure range, which is one of my all-time favorite high-end shampoo and conditioner sets. Then you get a smaller version of the Cure Intense Strength Repair mask, which actually will last you a decent amount of time because of how thick and buttery that mask is. Like, a little goes a long way. The only thing that I don't use from this is the Wizard silicone-free detangling primer, but since it's such a mini, I thought that I would still include this anyway since I love the other 3 products. Pureology has a gift set that includes my 3 favorite products from them of all time. This is their Strength Cure Pure Treat set, and it has a full-size version of the Strength Cure shampoo and conditioner and their Color Fanatic multitasking leave-in spray. That's the most perfect set Pureology could have created. There are 2 Bumble and Bumble sets that I added. The first is their Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer Stay and Vacay Duo gift set, so you're getting a full-size size and a travel size of the Invisible Oil Primer Heat Protect Spray. And I used to be somebody that had zero interest in having travel size bottles of things like this. Like, I would just pour my favorites into new containers. But as I get older, I appreciate being able to have a travel size version of something that I know I really love already ready to go so that I don't have to do that. Like, I feel like I just end up wasting product when I pour it into a different container. And a lot of the times the packaging that I find for travel is just like not really good. I don't know. I just rather do this now. So I get excited when I can find a travel size version of one of my favorites. And then the other set from Bumble and Bumble is their Mini Prep Style and Extend Hair Gift Set. This comes with travel size versions of, again, their Invisible Oil Priming Spray, but also their Invisible Oil Long Last Styling Cream, which is one of my personal favorites for a leave-in cream because it not only conditions, but also helps with style hold. And then their Pret a Powder, which you can use as a dry shampoo, but also a volumizer and style extender, which I love for travel, having a multi-purpose product like that. Second to last for hair gift sets at Sephora is the Oribe Gold Lust Collection Hair Gift Set. This includes full-size bottles of the Gold Lust shampoo and conditioner and a mini bottle of their nourishing hair oil. This is really the only luxury hair care line that I continue to keep in my recommendations, but in saying that, it's not something that I actively recommend that often because it's so expensive. And as you guys know, I am a drugstore shampoo and conditioner girly. Like, I 100% reach for drugstore shampoos and conditioners way more than these. I haven't repurchased them in a really long time because I love my drugstore stuff and it just doesn't feel necessary. However, this is something that I think makes for a really beautiful gift because it's just like you're gifting kind of a luxury experience. The fragrances are absolutely incredible. The actual textures of the products are super nice. So I can definitely appreciate it for that, especially when it's on sale on a set like this. So I'll continue to give it a mention, but while also letting you guys know that, of course, this is not necessary. And last for hair at Sephora is the L'Oreal Professional Metal Detox Hair Gift Set. This is one of my top recommendations for a clarifying system if you have hard water. It comes with a jumbo size shampoo, which I personally think is better suited for normal to drier scalps or just as something that you're gonna add in addition to a shampoo that does a better job of cleaning if you do have an oilier scalp because of the technology in it. The technology is specifically formulated to kind of like grab onto the metals and minerals in your hair and help to remove and rinse them away. And then it has a full-size mask, which you can use with the shampoo as well. Moving on to makeup gift sets from Sephora. First is the Patrick Ta Glow and Gloss Set. This has their Major Headlines Blush Duo and Lip Gloss in 2 limited edition, I was gonna say scents, no, shades. I actually already purchased this. I got the duo that is called Ice Me Down, which has this blush in the shade Out of Office. I just thought it was like the most perfect pink ever. And then it came with this gloss in the shade Ice Me Down, which I have on my lips right now. It's a really cute glittery pink gloss, but it definitely does have like a minty cooling plumping sensation and it's very minty. So not the hugest fan of the taste of that, but I do think it looks really cute. And this blush alone is really what made me buy the kit. I just think it's so pretty, but the other color combination that they have in the set Warm Me Up is also gorgeous. It's a little bit deeper and mauvier. So pretty. Kulfi has a gift set with 2 different shades in their Lassie Lips Staining Lip Oil. I talked about this lip oil in my last favorites video, I think, which was kind of forever ago now. We are overdue for a favorites video, but it's a beautiful lip stain, whether you want to wear it just like full pigment or blotted. I think it's super cute, and both of these shades are stunning. Next is the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Iconic Lip Cheat Liner Trio, which includes the shades Iconic Nude, Pillow Talk Original, and Pillow Talk Medium. This is one of the only high-end lip liner formulas that I feel like I continue to reach for. You guys know I absolutely love the Maybelline Lifter liners. I think that those are next level, but there's obviously only so many shades that they have to offer in that collection. So if these are shades that look intriguing to you, or if you already know you enjoy them, this is a really good lip liner. Ulla Henriksen has a trio of 3 of their Pout Preserve Peptide lip treatments. They have the original, which they call Citrus Sunshine and an orange dreamsicle scent, Strawberry Sorbet, which is a really pretty warm toned pinky shade that has a strawberry scent, and then Creme Brulee, which is a brown tone with a super yummy gourmand creme brulee scent. This is one of the best lip treatments I've ever tried. I included it in my giant lip balm showdown. It made the top 5. It is just so insanely thick and conditioning and comfy. It's so good. Speaking of my lip balm showdown, one of the other superstar standouts from that video was this right here, the Eat 'em lip balm. And they have a gift set of 5 full-size versions of this lip balm in different shades, with the exception of Butter Mochi, which is clear or untinted and my personal favorite. I will say that I have not personally found a tinted version of this that I'm obsessed with, both in terms of the color and the scent. So might be something that you want to go look at Sephora. I know that they carry it there. You can check out the shade and the smell. And then if you do enjoy them, this would either be, you know, a great deal for yourself or a really beautiful gift. Like the way that they package this is just so cute. Next are 3 different lip oil gift sets from In Beauty Project. This is one of my favorite lip oils. I talked about this in a lip oil showdown. First is the Latte Lips Lip Oil Glaze Duo, which comes with a full-size lip oil and cookie and also cinnamon bun. Neither of these shades worked for me, but the way that they smell is unbelievably good. So if you do like these shades, highly recommend. They also have a duo with full-size versions of more of the sheer kind of jelly-like finish. So the one we just talked about is more creamy, a little bit more pigmented. This comes with Candy Apple and Mystery Glaze, which is just like that pH adjusting pink. And last is their Lip Glaze Vault, which comes with full-size versions of their lip oils in Candy Apple, Berry Jam, Mystery, Fruit Punch, Fruity Cereal, Merlot, Frosé, and Pina Colada. My personal favorites from this, Frosé, I need to repurchase. That was a favorite of mine a few years ago. It's the cutest frosty pink. It's just so pretty. Fruity Cereal, straight up Fruity Pebbles. It smells so good. Like the way that they do scents is just, they're onto something. Okay, let's move on to Bodycare. There weren't any skincare sets that really stood out to me. For me, it's like I have to love everything in the gift set, or maybe like in the situation with Amika, there needs to be like one mini that I maybe don't use. But I felt like with skincare, there just was a lot where it was like, I've tried one thing, but not the rest, or I like one thing, but I really don't like the others. And again, I want to be really particular about what I'm recommending and making sure that it's products that I think are top tier. So with that being said, Bodycare gift sets that I recommend. First is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Jet Set. This comes with travel size versions of their original Boom Boom cream, their Brazilian Play body wash, and the text is so blurry, Kairosa fragrance mist. I know it's nothing new at this point, but I am still such a fan of this fragrance. It's just always going to be something that's like perfectly summery in a cozy way to me. You know what I mean? Not like cozy winter, cozy summer. I just love it, and I will often bring the Boom Boom cream and the body wash on vacation myself, so this is perfect. Well, not just vacation, because I don't really vacation. When I travel, is what I meant to say. Next is the Glow Ready With Me Boom Boom Body Routine gift set. This one does not have the sizes listed. I'm looking at the review photos, and I cannot tell if these are all full size, if there's a couple minis, like is that body scrub a mini? It might all be full size. Another one of my all-time favorite summery scents is the Way St. Bart's fragrance. This one I would say is less cozy than Sol de Janeiro and more tropical, bright, like true vacation vibes. I love it. And this gift set comes with minis of the body cleanser, the body cream, and the hair and body mist. Another that would be perfect to bring for travel, especially on vacation. The next 3 recommendations that I have are perfume and cologne samplers. So there is a holiday perfume sampler, a holiday cologne sampler, and then a mini deluxe perfume sampler. And what I think is really cool about these is that they all come with a voucher to purchase a full-size version of one of the fragrances in the sampler kit. So it's like you're really buying a full-size cologne or perfume, but it comes with all of these testers to just make it a little bit more exciting and like pick and choose what your favorite one is, and also just gives you the option to test them out and see if you even like them on yourself. So this is one that I think is a really great gift to give. Like I love the idea of that. Another fragrance gift set is from Sol de Janeiro. It's called Spritz the Season Kairosa Perfume Mist gift set, and this comes with 5 mini bottles of their most popular fragrances. Next is the Fleur Mini Perfume Sampler set, which comes with sample sizes of Vanilla Skin, Rose Whip, Father Figure, and Missing Person. My personal favorites from this are Vanilla Skin and Father Figure. Those are 2 of my most worn fragrances, and they're both very, very different from one another. Vanilla Skin is obviously more gourmand skin-like. Father Figure is more like fresh and green, so I love that one in the spring and summer. I did not personally love Rose Whip, and Missing Person is not a favorite of mine, but I know a lot of people really love those fragrances, so if these are all fragrances you love, then this is a great great deal. Replica also has a gift set of minis that I think would be a great gift. These are just such cute little bottles. Like, this is very giftable to me. And the mini fragrances that they include are Beach Walk, Jazz Club, Lazy Sunday Morning, By the Fireplace, and On a Date. I don't think I've smelled On a Date, actually, now that I think about it, but By the Fireplace is such a good wintry fragrance. Beach Walk is perfect for summer. They just do a really great job of like capturing nostalgic, seasonal, or like specific moment scents, if that makes sense. And then 2 YSL fragrance gift sets. One includes mini versions of Black Opium and Libre. Black Opium is such a good night out perfume. Oh, I love that. And they do also have just a Black Opium set with a mini bottle and a travel size spray. That is it for Sephora. Let's jump over to Ulta. I did also take a look at the Ulta Black Friday deals that they were previewing week by week, because how they do it is each week they'll have a different set of items on sale. To be honest, there just wasn't anything that they were showing at that time that I was excited about or felt the need to recommend. So I thought I would just stick to gift sets, but know that they do have a bit more of a Black Friday sale than what I know of from Sephora. I mean, I guess like Sephora's VIB sale, you could count as their Black Friday, kinda. But first from Ulta is the Pureology Strength Cure Try Me Kit, which has travel size versions of the Strength Cure shampoo and conditioner, Color Fanatic multitasking spray, and then the Lock It Down hairspray, which I don't know if I've tried, but I feel like I'm always grabbing like a random mini travel size hairspray when I do travel, so I like that that's included in this. Next is the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate Repair and Protect Holiday Kit. This comes with a full-size bottle of their shampoo and conditioner, in addition to a travel size of their 5-minute liquid mask and leave-in treatment. The liquid mask is the only product in this that I was not personally obsessed with when I try it. That's something that I feel like I should revisit. I did test it out a few years ago and I was not obsessed with it. I feel like from what I remember, it kind of weighed down my hair, but I absolutely love the leave-in treatment, and the shampoo and conditioner are some of my favorite high-end options. So for those of you that either love the mask or want to try it out but don't want to commit to a full size, that would be a good way to do it. The same Ulla Henriksen mini lip trio is also available at Ulta. There are a couple sets that are at both Sephora and Ulta, so that is one of them. Morphe has a lip pencil trio with their new lip liners, and I have to say that these are really, really good lip liners. I actually recently purchased like 6 different shades. They have so many good wearable shades, and the 3 that they chose for this set are really beautiful. You can also get the exact same e.l.f. lip oil kit and Naturium lip trio kit at Ulta that you can at Target. Those are the exact same price, so depending on where you shop. Maybelline has a lifter liner and lifter gloss set, which has 2 of my favorite shades in both of these products. So Gummy Bear, which is a really cute light pink, and Line Leader, which is a perfect mauve. Ulta also has a couple of the same sets from Sol de Janeiro. So first is the Brazilian Boom Boom Jet Set with the cream, the body mist, and body wash, and also the mini fragrance gift set. They also have the same YSL Black Opium gift set, and then instead of the Black Opium with Libre, they have a similar Libre gift set where it's a mini and then a travel size spray. The last perfume gift set from Ulta is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl gift set. This is just one of those classic scents for me that I know that I'll always love reaching for. It's a really great date night fragrance. I feel like it just has a nice balance of like sweet and vanilla with other things that are just like really feminine. Like they have jasmine, amber, floral notes, an oldie but a goodie. One gift set that I categorize under general beauty because it covers a few different categories. It is from Way and it's called Mary on Melrose Place. This has a mini version of their detox shampoo, body cleanser, and scalp and body scrub. And as a lot of you already know, I love that detox shampoo. It's one of my favorite clarifying shampoos. The body cleanser in Melrose Place smells so good. Like I love this fragrance. And then last from Ulta are 3 different IT Cosmetic brush gift sets, and I wanted to include all 3 of these because IT Cosmetics has some of the best brushes I have ever tried, and I feel like they don't ever get talked about for brushes. So they have a 5-piece brush set, a 6-piece brush set. Gosh, I'm just looking at these like, yes, I love that brush, that brush, that brush. They're so nice. And then another 6-piece brush set with some smaller detail brushes. It's called a travel set, but they're full-size brushes. So my hair's going crazy. So if you are in the market for new brushes, IT Cosmetics highly recommend, but they're pricey, so it's nice to get them on sale. That is it for all of the beauty gift sets that I recommend. We are going to wrap up with the Amazon Black Friday deals on my favorite beauty products. When I mentioned earlier that not all brands publish their deals ahead of time, Amazon mostly does, but is a little bit tricky because they continue to add new deals constantly. Like all day, every day. So at this point in time, when I'm filming this video, this is my most updated list. I sifted through literally thousands of items that were on sale and picked out those that are my top recommendations. But I will definitely continue to check to see what deals are added after I film this video, and I will add them both to my Excel spreadsheet and Amazon storefront. I think I'll just do what I've done for previous Amazon sales, where I create a shelf of all of my recommendations that are on sale, but I obviously already have an Amazon storefront that is organized by different categories. So what you can also do is just go into each of those idea list to see if any of the things that I recommend are on sale. It would like tell you right there if there's a discount. But this is what I have for now, which is actually a pretty extensive list. A lot of my top recommendations are going to be on sale. So what we will do is break this down by category and then subcategory. So we'll start off with hair care, then hair tools, then skincare, body care, makeup, and then kind of like personal care, miscellaneous beauty. And then I have subcategories within each of those broader categories because again, it's a lot and it's kind of overwhelming to look at, even in this condensed list that I have from the thousands of products. So for hair care, let's start off with medicated shampoo. Several of my favorite medicated shampoos will be on sale, including a twin pack of Head & Shoulders Classic Clean. That is my top medicated shampoo recommendation for oily scalps. One of my top recommendations for drier scalps is CeraVe Anti-Dandruff. And then another great option for oily scalps that is a little bit different because it's not the same type of medication shampoo, like it's not pyrithione zinc or ketoconazole. It's actually just a higher percentage of salicylic acid that is in the Neutrogena Scalp Therapy Anti-Dandruff Medicated Shampoo, which is also something you could try out even if you don't have a problem scalp, like if you don't have itching or flaking, but you're just super oily and looking for something to help with that. That would be a really good one to try. The Nioxin Hair Fall Defense System is one of my top recommendations for shedding and hair fall, and both the shampoo and scalp serum are on sale. I put that shampoo in the medicated category because I don't feel like it fits in the regular shampoo category. Like it's formulated for hair fall, but that is a very different type of like medicated formula than what we just talked about, which again was more for problematic scalps with itching and flaking. Nioxin is not going to solve for that, so just know that. It's again for excessive shedding. Moving on to shampoo and conditioner. The Dove Scalp and Hair Therapy Hydrating and Clarifying Shampoo are both on sale. So there is a hydrating option for normal to dry scalps, a clarifying option for normal to oily scalps. And the technology in this is really great for overall scalp health, but again, it's not medicated in the way that the first few are. So I personally wouldn't recommend these as an alternative to those. I more so see this as something different, again, that just has really great scalp care technology. Also from Dove, the Intensive Repair Shampoo, Conditioner, and Hair Mask are all on sale, and this is one of my all-time favorite hair care systems at any price point. It is so good. And this is a really great option for those of you that felt like Bond Strength was just like a little bit too heavy for your hair, weighed it down a little too much, but you loved the silky softness and smoothness that you got from it. Same kind of thing here, just a bit lighter. The L'Oreal Glossing Shampoo and Conditioner is on sale as a set in addition to their 5-minute lamination mask. I have gone through several bottles of all three of these products recently. I just can't stop reaching for it. I love how they smell. I love how they make my hair look and feel. The shine with these is just next level. If you are looking for more in-depth reviews on these products from me, just head over to my archive of hundreds of YouTube videos. I have done in-depth reviews on all of these products. Next, Pureology Strength Cure Shampoo and Conditioner. I actually like that you can purchase these separately through Amazon. So like if there is one of them that you're not as obsessed with as the other, or maybe you just need a refill on one, then you don't have to buy the full set. Same goes for the L'Oreal Metal Detox Shampoo, or if you don't have a need for that jumbo size, this is just a regular size. Moving on to strengthening treatments, I have two different options here. One is the Pantene Pro Vitamin Essence, which is my newest favorite for this category. I just love that I have this as an option to recommend now because I know that there are a lot of you that just feel like a lot of these strengthening and reparative products tend to weigh down your hair. And prior to this launching, Apres was really the only product I could recommend that is truly weightless and truly not likely to cause any weigh down at all. But now we have this option from Pantene too. You know I get excited about drugstore hair care. And then another strengthening treatment is the Amika Midnight Mender Overnight Strength Repair Treatment, which I actually like kind of feel similarly to, but in a little bit of a different way, because it's obviously not a spray, it's not weightless, it's not like a Prayer Pantene, it's very different. But for the product category that this is in, I feel like this is one of those options that is on the lighter side and surprisingly does not create that like product buildup feel in my hair, which can can often happen with anything that's thicker and creamier and designed to be used in between washes. So if you're someone that's looking to strengthen and recondition between washes, but oils are just like too heavy for you, weigh down your hair too much, this is a great one to try. For leave-in sprays, we have L'Oreal 21-in-1 Moisture, which is one of my all-time favorites from the drugstore. It is definitely one of my heavier recommendations, so that wouldn't be my top pick for you if you have really fine, thin hair, but if you have thicker, coarser hair, really frizzy, kind of difficult to manage, so good. Redken 1 United is similar to L'Oreal 21-in-1, but I find it to be lighter. I feel like there's like some shared technology between L'Oreal, Redken, and Pureology Color Fanatic. They're all owned by L'Oreal. They all have like similar ingredients lists, but they're not identical. And then Color Wow Dream Coat, which is amazing for preventing frizz and humidity and adding shine. Moving on to hair oils, these are actually all from OGX. They have several of their hair oils on sale. First is the Argan Oil of Morocco oil, which I tend to gravitate towards for like a post-wash leave-in oil, but you could also use this pre-wash for those of you that don't love coconut. I have seen that question several times and there's no reason why you can't use that before as well. OGX Coconut Miracle Oil is on sale. Also, both of their sprays or mists, so the Argan Oil of Morocco Dry Oil Spray and the Coconut Oil Weightless Mist. Both of those are really great for both pre and post-wash if you have hair that's easily weighed down. And then their Coconut Milk Anti-Breakage Serum, which is definitely thicker and heavier than the mist, but a little bit lighter than the Coconut Miracle Oil. If you would like to hear more details on those and how they compare, how they are different, which one is likely to be best for your hair type, I'm gonna list a video that I posted recently below where I talk about all of my favorite hair oils. They're all included in that. Next, we have hair serums, and two recent additions to my favorite hair serums list are on this. First is the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate 24/7 Night and Day Serum. This is so good. It immediately makes my hair softer, more manageable. It's one of those that you just feel an immediate noticeable difference with. And I love the texture because it's like, it's kind of milky. It's not as thick as a lotion or a cream, but it's not the serum that we're used to where it's a bit more gel-like the next one I'm going to talk about. It's like a slightly watery, milky consistency with like a little lotiony. You know what I mean? No, why would you know what I mean? That makes literally no sense. A serumy milk. That's what I'm gonna call it. The other that is more gel-like, has more of that traditional serum-like feel, is the Pureology Strength Cure Dream Healer Serum. If I had to pick between the two, Redken is my personal favorite, but Pureology is still great and really one of the only serums I've tried that I feel doesn't just like disappear in my hair and do nothing. Like when I'm testing out serums, I will put it in one side of my hair and not the other and like sit and feel. And for so many of them, I'm like, there is no difference. Try to do like the bounce test for shine, no difference. But I actually notice a difference with Pureology. The last serum I have on here, I have not tried. So full disclosure, I haven't tried this yet. I already ordered it. Maybe it'll get here today. I had no idea this even launched. So like to see that it's going to be on sale, I'm like, what's going on? The Dove Intensive Repair Bi-Phase Serum Oil. And since I already love everything else from the Intensive Repair collection, I'm like, I can't imagine that I will not also love this. I wonder if this is just going to be like an oil mist, like from OGX. I don't know, but I'm so excited to try it. The IGK Good Behavior Spirulina Smoothing Spray is the only dry aerosol heat protectant that I recommend that is on sale. I continue to enjoy that one because it just does not leave the feeling of heavy residue in my hair. And out of all of the ones that I tried for my dry aerosol heat protectant showdown, so many just made my hair feel awful. I have two styling products on this list. First is the Color Wow Raise the Root Spray, which you can use as a volumizing spray post-wash before you blow dry, or also kind of as like a dry shampoo volumizer 2-in-1. But if you are using it for that purpose to absorb excess oil, you have to blow dry after using it because it really makes your roots wet. And then of course, the TIGI Bedhead Wax Stick that everybody recommends. I feel like I've been using wax sticks like this a lot more recently because I've just been noticing like a lot of new growth sprouts that just like stick up and then I'm filming with bright lights and I'm like, oh my god, that looks ridiculous. So I love a good wax stick to just smooth things down. My number one favorite drugstore dry shampoo and number one favorite high-end dry shampoo are both on sale, and they're the only dry shampoos that I picked out. So drugstore is Dove Volume and Fullness, and high-end is Amika Perk-Up Plus Extended Clean. Both do an amazing job at absorbing excess oil and not leaving a heavy heavy cast or feel of residue. Moving on to hair tools, we have a few different blow dryers. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the Shark blow dryers, and they have a couple different versions of this. So the original is just the speed style dryer, but after launching that, they came out with a Pro version and then Pro Flex. The main differences between the two is that the Pro version has this newer scalp shield technology that they created, which is a setting you can turn on to help to protect your scalp. It also has higher speed airflows and is more lightweight. And then the Pro Flex has all of those same updated features. Dog's going crazy. But the main difference is that it's like flexible or bendable. So you're able to use it in kind of that like traditional hairdryer shape, but then also bend it down to make blow drying on top easier. Honestly, like less of an arm workout, I feel like. I got so excited when I saw that the L'Oreal Airlight Pro was on this list. I have been using this hairdryer nonstop. I love it. It dries my hair so quickly. It makes my hair super just like sleek and smooth and shiny. But without any sort of discount, it retails for $475, which is a ton of money. So I was super excited to see that it's $100 off. For air stylers, both the Shark Flex Fusion and Dyson Airwrap are on sale. Sometimes I see comments on short form videos like, I thought you only recommended Dyson, or I thought you only recommended Shark. I recommend both, knowing that both have pros and cons, and obviously Shark is a more affordable option compared to Dyson. So it just all depends on what your budget is, what you're looking for in terms of attachments. I should do an updated video on the more recent models, or maybe because I now have, I think, at least 2 models of each. So I could do like the older versions, the newer versions, and how they compare. Let me know if you're interested in a video like that. But at this point in time, I still recommend both. I think that both are great tools. Again, it just depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is. And then 2 different straightener options from Dyson. One is wet to dry, they're air straight, and then the other is the Corral, which is just for dry hair. Okay, moving on to skincare. First up, we have makeup removal products, and a lot of my OG classic favorites are on sale. Starting off with the Garnier Erase It All Cleansing Balm. This is currently my top pick from the drugstore for cleansing balms. Of course, the Neutrogena body oil. You guys, again, I was like, I am pausing on this. I can't show this in another empties video. It's overkill at this point. I need to try other things. I just bought something else and tried it several times because I was like, I want to love it. And my God, like it just got in my eyes so bad every time. It has nothing on the Neutrogena body oil. And then you guys know I love the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Waters. They have a couple different versions of this on sale. So they have the sensitive skin or pink cap by itself, a 2-pack of that, and also the waterproof or blue cap, which I prefer for eye makeup removal, but I really love the pink one for just like my face. 2 of my favorite facial mists on this list. First, Bioma Balancing Facial Mist, and second, a newer favorite, the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 Spray. Only one eye cream, but my favorite from the drugstore for daytime purposes. It's the Bioma Depuff and Brighten Eye Gel. 2 different barrier cream options depending on what you're looking for in terms of texture and how and when you want to wear them. So La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm and CeraVe Healing Ointment. CeraVe Healing Ointment is my go-to if I have barrier damage, just because of how thick and occlusive it is, but obviously that's not something you can really wear like out and about during the day. You can with Roche-Posay. Or may I recommend layering the 2. La Roche-Posay first, CeraVe second. So good. The same sunscreens that seem to be on sale every time for Amazon sales. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer, Neutrogena Invisible Daily Defense, which I personally think they really feel the same. You can't go wrong between them. They're both really one of the very few drugstore sunscreens that I actually enjoy, that doesn't feel thick, heavy, greasy, leave a cast. And then the Neutrogena Pure Screen Tinted. Again, hello, misso. I feel like it's literally those 3 sunscreens every time I do an Amazon sale video, so I hope that's not too repetitive. And then I wanted to include the Color Science Face Shield Flex Sunscreen, even though that is no longer a favorite of mine. I know that it still is a favorite for a lot of you, and you do get really amazing coverage from it with that SPF 50. For lip care, both the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm and Lip Sleeping Mask. Those 2, I just don't think that they're ever gonna not be favorites for me. Like, the textures, the experience, it feels luxe. I love it. At this point in time, the only Mighty Patch version that is listed as part of the sale is the Invisible Mighty Patch, but I feel like they're gonna add the other ones. This is kind of where like things just get a little bit annoying with Amazon, because on the back end for us creators, they have a few different ways that you can look at deals, and the lists don't always match up. And so all of a sudden I saw just the Invisible Patch added to like one of the deal preview pages, but it wasn't on the other list I looked at, and there wasn't any other Mighty Patches. but I'm like, I don't know why it would just be that one. Philosophy Fresh Cream Shower Gel. I have a jumbo size version of that in my shower right now, and I'm like, God, there's just nothing quite like this. It is gourmand decadence. And their vanilla birthday cake shower gel, which I cannot remember for the life of me if I've purchased before. Like, I feel like I've talked about that in Prime Day videos and been like, I'm gonna buy this, and then I forget. You know what I'm gonna do right now is add it to my cart so that it doesn't go away. Vanilla birthday cake. I also started a cart of things that I'm gonna buy that I'm interested in trying, so maybe I can make a separate tab of like my purchases, because I think that there will also be things in there that are not beauty specific, but I just felt like that was gonna be way too much to talk through in this video. Next is a body scrub. It's the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub, and I wanted to include that because I couldn't tell on the listing if this is going to be all of their fragrances and scents of this on sale or just one, because they have so many fun, really yummy scents. It just wasn't super clear. They had this Meow one listed, so I'm like, if it's only that, I've never smelled that, but just in case, something to check. And then the exact same thing goes for their body butter, where they just had it linked to this Meow scent, but just in case it's all of them. I love the Tropic Glow scent, and this is seriously such an amazing body butter. The whipped texture is just luxe. Another body butter that I would actually describe in that exact same way, but that is a little bit thicker and creamier, is the Saltaire body butter. It seriously is one of the best I have ever tried at any price point, so the fact that it's drugstore is amazing. This one did not have the price listed, so that is another issue, is that like the items that do not always match up on the different Amazon lists, some of them have prices and some don't. They didn't have the discount listed for this one, so if they do not post that by the time that this video goes up, I'll make sure to update that in the Excel doc.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
A few more body moisturizer recommendations. My favorite fragrance in the Hemp's body moisturizer is on sale, Koa and Sweet Almond. God, I love it. If you like the smell of sweet almond, you have to try it. It's seriously delicious. Two options for the Cetaphil moisturizing cream. They have the individual cream on sale and a twin pack. I continue to reach for that when I want a really thick, deeply moisturizing cream that I can add perfume or fragrance mist to. And then last for body moisturizer is a 2-pack of the Vaseline Pro Vita B3 lotions. These are my favorite in the summer. They're insanely lightweight, and both of these have like a fruity summery scent. I would say in general, this is definitely like either a summertime or a vacation lotion. One hand cream I wanted to mention that is gonna feel random because I don't think I've ever talked about this on YouTube, but it's one of those that I have used on and off for years. Like, I'll just keep one of these in my car. It's the is that how you say that? L'Occitane Sweet Almond Hand Cream. You guys know I love sweet almond, and it's a very nice hand cream. It's just like the perfect thickness, very moisturizing, but not heavy. It's not greasy or slippy. It absorbs really nicely. I love it. I feel like there just maybe was never a video where it made sense for me to talk about it. And like, it had been something that I had used for so long before YouTube that it was never gonna be like a new favorite in a favorites video, but I love that stuff. One deodorant recommendation, a 2-pack of the Saltaire Serum deodorant will be on sale, specifically in, oh wait, no, they have a bunch of different, that's right. So they have different scent combos here. They have Pink Beach and Santal Bloom, Exotic Pulp, which is more citrusy, Golden Hour, which is an amazing summery tropical scent, Saltwater Vanilla, which is a really yummy salty vanilla, and then a couple others as well, but my top 2 are definitely Golden Hour and Saltwater Vanilla. I don't personally use that in place of regular deodorant. I like to layer that. So I'll do the serum deodorant first, let it dry, regular deodorant on top. I have not self-tanned in maybe over a year at this point, but if you are a self-tanner, 2 of my favorites from Tannologist are on sale, the Drops and the Mousse. And then that's it for body care. So let's move on to makeup. This is our, basically like our second to last category. I don't have a ton of makeup items actually. I feel like there weren't that many of my favorites on sale this time, but a few really good ones, like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. That is just one of my favorites for long wear. And when it comes to grippy primers that I've tried, what I love about it is that it's just super light. It has more cosmetically elegant texture than some others, like specifically from e.l.f., which is definitely thicker and stiffer. So if you're looking for a longevity boosting grippy primer, you like that jelly texture, but you want it to be more light and serumy on the skin, that's the one. The L'Oreal Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. It's been a while since I've done like a restock on that during a Prime sale, because I feel like I just kept doing that and then I had so much waiting, but now I'm almost out and I need more. Two more from L'Oreal that are more recent favorites. First is the Blurfaction powder, which is an amazing option if you have really oily skin and you're looking to prevent that oil all day long. And then the L'Oreal Lumile Glass Stick, which is a gorgeous stick highlight that is sheer and super glassy and a really good alternative to the House Labs glass highlight sticks if you do not want to splurge on those. Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. You'll love to see it on this list. You know I will be stocking up. And the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. I have that in my eyebrows right now. That was one that I did not like at first, not because of the product, but because of the packaging. It was really messy and just like got gunky, and I was bummed because it worked really well. And then they fixed it, so now it's a favorite of mine for sure. For lips, we have a gloss and an oil. First is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Again, it does not say which shade, so hopefully it's all of them because they have some really cute ones. But more excitingly, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Lip Oil is on this list, and that is one of my favorite lip oils, definitely my favorite drugstore lip oil. So when I was just scrolling through this list and saw all of these different shades of this that were going to be on sale, I'm like, you just launched all of these tinted lip oils and didn't tell us? Like, I have not seen this anywhere. So I immediately purchased all of them. They're actually really cute wearable shades too. Like, I love a sheer version of a bolder or a brighter color, and I feel like they've done that really well here. I was so excited to see that. If you have not tried this lip oil, it's like melty, creamy. Oh, it's so good. Last for makeup are just like some makeup tools. So there is a 4-pack of the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge on sale, which I always buy when it's on sale because I go through those quite often. And then there's also a 6-piece brush and sponge set. And these are all great brushes from Real Techniques. I especially love that small tapered one that I love to use for highlight. And then you get 2 sponges with that. And then I put this in makeup because it's my favorite brush cleaner, but it also works great for both cleansing on your face and your body. It's the Dove Beauty Bar. Speaking of, I need to clean my brushes so badly. Oh my god, I dread that, you guys. It's like my least favorite beauty chore. That and cleaning my hairbrushes. Okay, last, personal care, and then one miscellaneous beauty item. So for personal care, Crest White Strips, Crest mouthwash, Philips Sonicare toothbrush. So all some oral care things. I love that toothbrush. I love that mouthwash. I used to love those white strips and I stopped using them because I could not deal with how sensitive they made my teeth, but I tried to go the in-office dentist route for teeth whitening. So this summer, and that was unbelievably painful. The things that they used to hold my mouth open literally like gashed my gums. I could not eat solid foods for like 2 days after. It hurt so bad. So I'm like, I think I have to go back to freaking white strips. And these, I mean, I used these for years. They do work so well. I will deal with the tooth sensitivity to not have to deal with the gum gashes again. That was atrocious. I also included my all-time favorite razor, the Venus Gillette 5-blade razors. So they have a set where you get the actual razor handle and some cartridges, and then just one where you get refills of the razor blades. Best razor of all time. Seriously the best. And then the last miscellaneous beauty thing is my favorite toiletry bag for travel. It is the Bag Smart travel toiletry bag. It is really big, and like you can put so much in this. So it has a huge capacity, but because of that, the bag will get bigger, and then it's not something that you could put in a carry-on, so really more for checked luggage only. But I just love how much space it has and how much you can put in it, and then how you can get everything organized. Like, I just haven't found another travel case like that, so I love it, even though it's not that cute, but that's okay, it works. And that's it for now, because again, stay tuned. I'm going to keep this Excel sheet updated. I'm also going to keep that Black Friday deals for beauty brands. What? I have created a tab that says Black Friday deals by brand, where when I see beauty brands announce their deals, I will add them to this list. At this point in time, it's only BK Beauty and Educated Mess. BK Beauty is 20 to 35% off site-wide, Educated Mess 25 to 35. But that's all I've seen so far, so I'm gonna keep updating that. I will keep updating the Amazon Black Friday list as things inevitably get added. But hopefully this gives you a really good overview of almost everything that I recommend that is going to be on sale. Links links to everything I talked about in this video will be in the description box below, including that Excel spreadsheet. Let me know in the comments if there is anything you're planning on picking up during the Black Friday / holiday deal season. And if not, I totally get it. Thank you so much for watching anyway. Make sure to stay tuned for my next video because that will be up next week, and it is actually going to be kicking off our end of year videos. I do kind of the same few end of year videos every single year, and I cannot believe it is already time to start doing those. I just looked over and Elsie's eyes were open. I'm like, does she know my outro? Come here, baby. Jesus, my babies. Jesus, my babies. So next video will be up a week from today, and until then, we hope you have a great week.